Welcome to Pokemon Go Ahead. I'm Alex Scum, aka Cheeklay. This morning, we just got official news and announcements about the biggest event of the year, Pokemon Go Fest. Where are the locations, when is it going to be, and what's going to be featured? I'm going to talk about the Global Go Fest first because as you're watching this video, you are most likely going to do the global one. And then afterwards, we're going to break it down to all the other 3 cities. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible because there is so much going on and we don't even have all the details yet because throughout this season and maybe around May, we'll probably get some more details. So we're going to keep it short and simple. Let's start with Global Go Fest first, and be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're new, and let's dive in. This year's Global Go Fest is going to be on July 13th to the 14th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on both days. There's going to be some shinies if you buy a ticket. There's like a free experience, and there's also a paid experience. You have to pay like $15 to get the additional bonuses like increased shiny rates and other features. But in general, you can catch the same Pokemon in different rotating habitats if you get it for free. You're just not going to get those luxurious stuff if you don't buy the $15 thing. And I think you also have to get Marshadow from a special research if you decide to buy the $15 research. It's not for free. They might release it for free in the future, but for this case, you're going to have to spend $15 on a global ticket if you want to get the luxurious stuff. So let's talk about Saturday, July 13th, because during the Saturday, like the first day of the global weekend of any events, they usually do rotating habitats. So different Pokemon are going to be spawning every single hour throughout a time period. So we're going to talk about the first habitat, which is called Dawn Meadow. It's going to be featuring Pidgey, Pikachu wearing a sun crown hat, Hoothoot, Hoppip, Girafarig, Wingull, Snivy, Cottony, Ducklet, Ferroseed, Axew, Galarian Stunfisk, Heatmore, Inkay, and more. And yes, Ducklet can be shiny. We predicted this to be a new shiny in a previous video, so I was pretty spot on that one. The next habitat is called Shining Day, and it's going to be featuring Charmander, Dratini, Sunkern, Dunsparce, Hisuian Sneasel, Solrock, Badoo, Helioptile, Tyrant, Dedenne, Yungoos, Fomantis, Jangmo-o, and more. Now, Jangmo-o can be shiny, and as predicted, the third habitat is called Creeping Dusk. This is like during dusk time. It's going to feature Pikachu wearing a moon crown, as well as Eevee, Spinarak, Volpe, Illumise, Gible, Venipede, Emolga, Litwick, Golett, Durant, Esper, Phantom, Grubbin, and more. And yes, Emolga can be shiny. And finally, the last habitat for Global Sinnoh, well, we're done with that season already. The last habitat for this year's Global Go Fest, there we go. It's going to be called the Darkest Night. It's going to be Alolan Rattata, Gligar, Sneasel, Teddy Ursa, Mudkip, Carvanha, Lunatone, Dino, Binacle, Amora, Carbink, Crab Brawler, and Morlul, and more. And Crab Brawler is going to be the brand new shiny. If you are not going to be traveling to any in-person locations, which we'll cover in a little bit, you will get at least 4 new shinies for this global events. And not to mention that 3 of them are going to be released in different in-person locations. And then of course on Sunday, you're going to have all the spawns together and they're all going to spawn in different areas. Doesn't matter what habitat or hour, it's just going to all be spawning and stuff. And again, if you buy a ticket, you get an increased chance of getting a shiny and the Marshadow and all that stuff. Bonuses and features that's going to be happening whether you get a ticket or not. All trainers will receive 1-hour lure module duration, field research theme around different Pokemon habitats, surprise encounters with snapshots. I don't think it's going to be Rotom Heat Form, which we'll talk about in a little bit because that's going to be in person. But we could assume it could be like a Pikachu with a costume sun or moon crown, or some of the featured new shiny spawns. Now we're going to do short summaries of the in-person locations. The first location is going to be on May 30th to the 2nd of June, which is going to be in Sendai, Japan. So if you decide to buy a ticket, you can get an early bird discount until April 9th. If you want to get it, it's about 3,100 yen, which translates to like 20 US dollars, but it might be a little more, so they might change it to like 25 at the end. But if you decide to go to Sendai, Japan, the park experience is going to be in Nanatika, right? Nanatika Park. Did I say that right? Yep, Nanatika. I think I pronounced it correctly. Let me know in the comments below if I said so. Otherwise, this event in general for each day is going to be from 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. So if you're going to do the morning park experience, it's 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And if you decide to do the afternoon park experience, it's gonna be from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. Otherwise, if you do the city experience, which is gonna be an extra add-on if you decide to buy it, it's going to be 9:30 to 6:30 p.m. So Sendai seems to be very, very green. So if this is a location you want to get to, you definitely go there. Now, I'm not going to get into full details on what the habitats are going to be, but what I will do is I'm going to post them on the screen. You're welcome to pause or rewind if you want to know exactly what they are. But note that there is a new shiny in there, and that is going to be shiny Emolga in one of the habitats. I predicted last year, or this year, that we're going to get a known question mark, and we are. So if you're going to be in any of the 3 locations, you will get a known question mark alongside with the other unknowns in all habitats. And if you're lucky, you may get shiny unknown question mark. I was right on the money. You're gonna have to check out that prediction video, because that was like one of the first few shinies that I predicted. Yeah, that's crazy, because unknown question mark is coming back for the first time in 6 years. That's crazy. The second location for GoFest this year is going to be in Madrid, Spain, from June 14th to the 16th. For the park experience, it's going to be in Parque Juan Carlos I, which is, or Carlos the First, I have no idea. But it's going to be there for the park experience, and then of course all throughout Greater Madrid. Okay, so I think it's 27 euros, which I think it translates to like maybe 15 to 20 bucks. I didn't do my research on the currency difference, but I would assume that's the price for US dollars. But I do know that the event's from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on each day. If you're going to do the morning experience at the park, it's from 9 to 1:30. And then again, it's going to be 2:30 to 7 for the afternoon. So there's like an hour break in between for the staff to kind of relax or like reset for players. So if you're going to go there, and then also add-ons is going to be there as well. I don't think it's worth mentioning Raid Lover and Enthusiast, because it's kind of the same thing for every GoFest and every tour event. But do note that you can get the add-ons on there. So again, we're not going to go too much detail on all the spawns and habitats, but do note that Crab Brawler is going to be the brand new shiny if you decide to go to Madrid. And guys, I did not think this was going to happen, and I'm super happy, but also I have to double check my schedule because I don't know if I'm going to pull it off or not. But New York City, for the second time in a row, is having a GoFest again. This is going to be on July 5th to the 7th. Now you can tell right away, this is going to be a hectic weekend because it's on the same weekend as Independence Day on July 4th. So I would say just plan cautiously and be aware of your surroundings if you're going to be specifically in Manhattan, because it's going to be full of tourists celebrating the 4th of July. So please be cautious and safe if you do decide to go to New York during that event, because it's around a holiday and it can get a little bit hectic and dangerous. So again, please be aware of your surroundings. I've been in New York during that 4th of July week. Please be safe, especially with fireworks going off. Just giving you a warning. New York City, and again, just like last year, the in-person park location is going to be at Randall's Island Park, which is not the best location, but you know, it's more separated from the crazy city, so okay. For the morning experience, it's going to be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the park, and then afternoon experience, it's going to be from 2 to 7. It's going to be from 9 to 7, just kind of like with Madrid, Spain. It's going to be $25 for an early bird ticket until April 9th. If you do not buy the early bird ticket, it's going to be $30. And I'm not going to go to full details about the spawns and habitats. However, Ducklet will be the brand new shiny. Jangmo-o, Crab Brawler, Ducklet, and Crab Brawler and Unown question mark. Like, I'm predicting these shinies, and I'm getting them correct. I didn't expect Emolga, but you know what? That's 4 out of 5. I'm doing pretty good if you ask me. Oh, and one last thing. I should mention that if you do buy a ticket for any of these 3 in-person locations, you get some exclusive features and bonuses. So for the bonuses, it's 1/2 hatch distance. Lure modules will activate for 2 hours. Special 7-kilometer eggs. We don't know what they're going to be. 6 special trades for each day. You also get reduced Stardust cost for trades. You get up to 9 additional free raid passes, 2 times candy, 1.5 hatch candy, and 1.5 hatch Stardust. Also, you get to choose your experience, whether it's morning or evening like always. And it seems like Rotom Heat is going to be in snapshots for any in-person location. So if you do take a picture, catch a Rotom Heat form, it may not be exclusive for the global, so be sure to take advantage of that. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more details that I might have left out, but you can check it out in the link in the description for Pokemon Go Live, and check out the GoFest page, and you can just go through all the details, and you guys can decide if you wanted to go to any of these locations or just do the global. So that's why I had to mention the global one first, because you're going to most likely do that one. We're going to do more of an in-depth breakdown for each Go Fest when it gets close to that weekend of each one. So we'll go through Sendai in one video, we'll go over Madrid in the other one, and we'll go over New York, and then we'll go over global. There's a chance we may go to New York City. It is to be determined. I know I went last year, but I would love to go again, but I'm not going to make an announcement right now because it is to be determined. But if we don't go to New York, we will 100% try to commit for a global meetup. I haven't done a global GoFest meetup in person in a long time, so if the New York trip does not go according to plan, we'll do a backup plan and do a global Reno meetup in Reno, Nevada. So it's to be determined, but those are the details. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Peace out.